Okay, in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to do a row with a set of resistance bands. You're gonna need 3 pieces of equipment, all of which come in a standard pack of resistance bands. The first that you're gonna need is a door anchor, and I'm gonna show you how this works in just a moment, but this is what's gonna fix your resistance band to the wall or to the door so that you can actually do a row. Your second piece of equipment is going to be a handle. Again, this comes in most packs of resistance bands. You see there's a loop here. That's going to attach to the third piece of equipment, which is quite simply your resistance band. So resistance bands normally have a carabiner on the end of them. You hook the handle to that carabiner, and then you're able to use the handles to perform the exercise. So now that we know what equipment that you need, let's go into the setup for this exercise. Okay, like I said, this is going to start with the door anchor. And I have a door behind me here. And what you're going to see is I'm going to put this door anchor in the actual doorway. So I'm going to open the door, I'm going to slide this through and then close the door on top of it. You always want to do this on the hinged side of the door. Do not do it on the handle side of the door, because if you do, you risk the chance of having too much resistance pulling against the locking mechanism, and the door could actually fly open while you're doing the exercise. So we obviously don't want that. So on the hinged side, here's how we're going to put this in there. All right, as you can see, I have the door anchor in place now. I'm going to put the resistance band through this loop here. And for a row, we're going to be wanting to do a horizontal row. So you're going to want to have the door anchor right at about elbow height. That's going to give you probably the best angle from which to pull for this specific exercise. So let me show you the rest of the setup. Now we're quite simply going to take the resistance band, feed it through the loop, and then attach the handle to the end of the resistance band. Now we have a setup from which we can start rowing. Now, something I encourage you to do before you actually start the exercise is give a little tug and make sure that the handles have around the same amount of resistance on either side. You don't want to be doing a row where one side is much harder than the other. That kind of defeats the purpose of training both sides of your back and with both arms at the same time. So try and get this resistance even so that the handles are in line with each other, and then we can go ahead and start rowing. So I'll show you from this angle first, since this is a back exercise, what the row is going to look like. You're going to want to think about leading with your elbows and bringing your elbows as far back as you can. And as you bring those elbows back, really squeezing your back in the process of doing it. Here's another angle so that you can get a look at this from the side. Again, we're thinking about leading with the elbows, swooping them down and back, and really bringing them behind your body and squeezing your back at the end of the movement. All right, I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask. Happy training.